By the time you see this, it'll be 10 Toes Tuesday. I'm riding up here to officiate some soccer. Now, just to give you an update, Lacrosse finished up last week. Had a soccer tournament this week, and I was able to get some games. The way that it works for me is I apply for these tournaments, and they assign you games. The tournament that I first applied for did not have enough games. There's several tournaments throughout the state. I usually drive an hour or so to get to them. They have this thing called an open games list, which has usually 100 to 900 open games that you can choose from at different locations throughout the state. I'm currently in Morrow, Ohio. That's where I'm headed to. It's a park called Warren County Sports Park, Lebanon, Morrow, Ohio. So I had 7 games yesterday. Those went pretty good. Today is Sunday, and it's Mother's Day. And this can be either a good day or a bad day. You never know what's going to happen. Each day is different. But I'm headed up there now. With it being Mother's Day, sometimes, let's just face it, mothers get semi-sentimental about their boy or girl playing, and they forget what environment they're in. I've had to throw mothers out. Quick story before we go on, and you see the rest of this footage of my day, which I thought would be a good 10 Toes Tuesday. I think it was 3 years ago on Mother's Day. I'm out at this tournament. I'm the center referee. A minute into the game, little boy decides that he wants to push another boy down inside a box. Now, the box for soccer is let's call it a sacred place. If you commit a foul within this box, you're going to be penalized. And the attacking team is going to be able to get what they call a PK, or a penalty kick. The defending team who is defending this goal committed an offense. I call it a PK. This is a minute into the game. PK goes down, the other team scores. Parents are mad, coach is mad. And again, to make this short, I ejected the coach. Parents started talking, and I ejected every parent on one side. Assistant coach started coming after me. He had lost his mind. So he was about to go. I gave him a yellow card, and he kept talking. I went to give him a red card. They forfeited the game, and I got paid for, all in all, penalty happened in a minute and a half start of the game. I had threw everyone out within 5 minutes. He forfeited at about the seventh minute, so get paid for that time. You just got to be careful on Mother's Day. But I'm headed up here now. Gonna see Ty here. We're gonna try to get some footage of what's going on during the day and just show you guys how we're 10 toes down. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Here we are. Walking up here now. See if we got to get checked in. So this is Warren County Sports Park. I'm on field 2B today. We're just headed along. All the cars are coming in. Apologize if the sun is showing through the camera, but it's the first time that I've seen the sun, and it'd be really nice in a long time. I've got this new selfie stick, so it's always nice. I'm testing it out, say, for you guys. See what kind of video footage I can get. And it adjusts up and down, so just be patient with me. We're gonna see if we can't make it across here to get checked in. Then we'll go set up the tent, get everything going. My field is way at the end of the field by where the entrance is. They've got a little playground, if you can see in the background. It's nice. It's not a bad playground. They've got tents and they've got vendors and everything like that. Referee tent, probably a good 5-minute walk for me, so I'll get a little steps in, get a little warm up of the legs. So let's go see what we can get into. Everybody's setting up. It's about 7 o'clock. The sun is up now. Everybody's getting their stuff together. Let me show you guys these fields. Here's the fields. Oh boy. So we got checked in. Tariq's all checked in. Going back to the car now. I got his referee gift. I'll have to show you guys that later on camera, but we got this cup, one of those stay cold cups. Some tournaments give out referee gifts is what they call them, and it can vary. I've got headphones at one, I've got cards, referee wallets, pins, coins, just whatever you want. We're headed back to the truck now, and I'm right across from the field. We'll get all set up and going, and we'll get this thing started. We'll get the day started. Let me do that, and then I'll be back in a minute. I'm back. We had a good time. I just made it home. Ran Sunday, so I ran 9 miles. Promised to show you guys that referee gift, and while I'm opening this up, I'll let you know what happened. Unlike Mother's Day 3 years ago, I did not have to throw anyone out this time. Actually, we had a guy from Turkey that we ref with today. 15, 16-year-old guy, a junior in high school, and he had only been here 6 months, but he knew soccer really well. And we got all mic'd up. He was a really nice young man. First guy I've ever seen that is 16 or 17 and ate fruit. Not orange slices, not apples. He had like a pear and some other thing, like actual fruit. It was encouraging to see that and talk to him about, you know, his country and how he liked America, what he planned to do, and he was very serious in his studies, and he liked soccer. So we got along really good. He only had 2 colors, so there's 5 or 6 colors that we can wear in a soccer game as referees. The 2 most common colors are green and yellow. Tariq likes to wear red, so this young man, he wanted to wear red. We decided that it would be a good experience for him, so Tariq and I got him a red shirt. At the end of the tournament, when we were done refereeing, he said, "Hey, I feel like I owe you something for this shirt." Tariq and I had already talked about this before we went into the tournament and decided to get him the shirt and make his experience a good one so that he comes back and referees, not with us, but enjoys the sport, because it can be kind of brutal on referees sometimes. We asked him a couple questions. We said, "Did you have fun?" He said, "Yes." We said, "Did you learn anything?" He said, "Yes." And we said, we just want you to continue. We want you to get your confidence up. So we got you this shirt so that you can remember our experience together. You can go out there, and now you have 3 colors. You don't owe us anything. It was a pleasure refereeing with you, and we'll have to do this again sometime. He contacted me after and said, "Thank you again for the shirt," but just polite. Most guys won't do that. Most adults won't do that. They don't appreciate some things that are really good gestures. In American culture, nothing is for free. Well, the world, really, nothing is for free. But this time, it still wasn't for free. He had to come, and he had to work, and he had to show that he could be part of Tariq and our style of refereeing. But here's the cup. Crown Challenge. It's one of those, stay cool for 12 hours, 8 hours, whatever it is. The lid is kind of tight. Just the regular everyday coffee mug, but sometimes we get these. Sometimes we'll get headphones, we'll get coins. All tournaments don't do that, but when I go down to Cincinnati, most of the time there's a referee gift, and it's usually a pretty good referee gift. I've gotten cards, I've received wallets, it's been different things. It's a good experience. That brings me to this 10 toes down thing, to wrap this up. And part of it has to do with Tariq, and part of it has to do with the young man that refereed with us. His name was Okor, so I'll call him Okor. And Okor showed that he had what it takes to be a referee. He was still a little nervous because it was his first year. He did not want to center, but he knew all of his calls. And I stood by him on whether it was a good call, a bad call. I have to teach my Cubs and our ARs how to deal with some adversity and to get that confidence so that they can be a center, AR, and be a good center and bring fairness to the game. But also it's about the crew itself and making sure that everyone else has a pleasant experience, if that's possible, if they want to behave in the manner that they should. There was one incident. Tariq had to talk to a coach and tell him not to talk to Okor because we weren't going for that. That coach piped down, and he came and he apologized later on. And since we were mic'd up, we were able to monitor and make sure that he was protected. But he stood 10 toes down with us, because once he figured out that we weren't going to let anything happen to him and that he could openly make calls and be right, and a few times he was wrong, but we let him make those wrong calls, and we went with him. It didn't affect the game. It might have been an out of bounds, a really close call that he felt was, let's say, went off the left foot. I thought it went off the right foot. I made sure that his decision was the direction that I called. And that builds confidence. Kind of like in the wild when you see lion cubs and bear cubs and everything. You have to let them make mistakes in order to be a better referee. I also saw real growth with Tariq this weekend as well. I know I talked about him last week, but this weekend we got to referee together, and it's been a long time coming since we've been able to do that. Tariq got there early. Now, remember in the last video, if you go back and look at that one, he would show up hungover on the field 5 minutes till. We got there, and I know it wasn't a lot of footage. Got back to the truck, We loaded up the wagon. We took everything out there. We set up the tent. We set up the table. We set up the chairs. And we had a few minutes to spare. So we were talking, putting on our gear to get mic'd up. I think it was 10 minutes before start time. And he starts asking, where's the other guy at? And I said, hey, we still have 10 minutes. He said, yeah, but where's the other guy at? I said, so now you see how I felt back then when it was 10 minutes till and you come strolling. I knew you were coming, but you would come strolling up to, to the field. We'd have 5 minutes left. You're throwing on your shirt. And ever since he has had little Ivory, he started planning stuff. He's doing the if you're on time, you're late thing. And when I reminded him of he's looking in the rear view at himself, we both had to laugh about it. So we get all our gear out. We get geared up for the day. And we're talking about all of this growth, and I'm seeing it even more. I was with him on Sunday. We were playing this game, and he even pulled out standing 10 toes down, like I told you guys. He pulled out one of those quirky little rules that we had to know about, and he knew it. Oh, this is blah, blah, blah on page 52 of the manual, section B, line item 2C, or whatever it was. He had the page number and everything. I'm like, man, I'm not even messing with you on that. But we had a great day. We had a good time. Nothing ruined our vibe. If you can tell by the thumbnail, we picked up the new equipment that I'm filming on now, which is a little selfie stick. The mood was just great. Weather was nice. Attitudes were nice. Everything was great. Because no one got into arguments or fights, at least on our field. Everybody stood 10 toes down. And I think in order to stand 10 toes down, sometimes you have to not think about just yourself. You have to think about who you're going to affect around you. Now, sometimes it doesn't matter, but for the most part in life, to me, it does. There's always somebody watching. That can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing, but there's always someone watching. The next time you think that, you're in the clear and that you can just do whatever you want to and that there's no consequences for it, try to stand 10 toes down. And just remember that somebody's always watching, or no one may say anything, but your attitude and how you carry yourself will affect them in a positive or a negative way. And with that, I'm tired. I'm going to go take a shower, and then I'm going to make some chicken with, I've got some corn on the cob. I'm going to cut the corn up a little bit, slice it off of the cob. Grab an avocado, slice that up in chunks with some tomato, a little cilantro and parsley. I'm going to put in lime, a fresh squeezed lime, and you take the spoon, shove it in there and get that juice. Some salt, some pepper, and then some seasoning with the tomato. To mix that all up, and it's a nice, refreshing, clean salad that may take you 10 minutes to make. Maybe I will make that another time, but I'm just want to concentrate on this Tuesday right now. But I'm going to go get something to eat. Hey, thank you for making it to the end. If you feel like it, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, and there will be a next time, I'm out.